Welcome to Little Ian of Hobos.
Welcome back, everyone. Ian, were you holding in a cough?
I was holding my breath.
Why were you holding your breath?
I don't know.
Okay. So, we would like to thank everyone for tuning in to your first official Little Ian of Horrors episode. Ian. Ian, congratulations on your first own episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, typically we have you kind of added in at our other episodes, but I think we wanted to put out content, and Ian has got plenty to say, don't you?
Yes.
That's right. And we got a lot of movies to get through, right?
Mm-hmm, like 20 of them.
So didn't we create something for your podcast that Daddy has for his?
We did, and we will talk about that at the end, but today we are talking about Gremlins 2. We watched this 2 months ago.
We did.
And forgot all about it, but we actually still know about it.
Yeah. So let me give a little synopsis on Gremlins 2, the new batch.
Yes.
It is a 1990 fantasy comedy directed by Joe Dante, who did the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, it had a budget of $50 million.
And it had twice the amount of gremlin kills and one more human kill.
What do you think its box office was? How much money do you think it made? Just take a guess.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you left me hanging that long just to say I don't know. All right, so Ian, it made $41.5 million. So it was a bit of a bust, but we'll get into our feelings about it in a little bit. So Gremlins is a story. It starts off with the collectible store that Gizmo calls home is destroyed by the real estate developer Daniel Clamp. He ends up as a guinea pig in their science lab. Billy and Kate, who conveniently work in the building, find Gizmo. But Gizmo accidentally gets a splash of water by the world's strongest water fountain, and we get a horde of mischievous gremlins. Billy and Kate now have to stop the gremlins from escaping out of the Clamp Tower and turning New York City into Kingston Falls. So that is Gremlins. So Gremlins is starring Howie Mandel. Howie Mandel does the voice of Gizmo. Then we got Zach Galligan back as Billy. Phoebe Cates back as Kate, Robert Pickard as Forrester, and then Christopher Lee as Dr. Catheter, John Glover as Mr. Clamp.
Hulk Hogan's as Hulk Hogan's.
That's right, Hulk Hogan's in it. And then we got the last person I wrote down was Dick Miller as Mr. Futterman. He was back again. So, Ian, just like how Daddy's show is set up, what were your pros? What are the things you liked about Gremlins 2, the new batch?
I mainly liked every single part. Yeah, it was a nice, funny Gremlins because it's cartoonish.
Oh,
Looney Tunes. Because it started off as Looney Tunes stuff.
Oh, like a Looney Tunes movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was silly and violent.
I love violence.
Oh, that doesn't sound good to me at all. Are we going to have to go talk to someone about your violent tendencies?
No.
It sounded like you thought it was a funny movie and just like Looney Tunes. Was there anything else you liked about it? Or was that it?
That's it.
Okay. Can I talk about one of the sequences that I thought was really funny? Do you remember the part where Gizmo was like working out and he was like pumping weight?
His face.
He's what? You have to explain what you're doing.
His face. I can't explain a face.
No, his
How
face.
am I meant to explain a face with my face when they can't see our bodies?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to use your words.
That's I'm not gonna try to express it. It's way too hard.
Yeah, but he was like pumping irons. I think he watched that Rambo movie or something, and then he got pumped up and he was doing workouts and stuff. I thought that was hilarious to me. And then, what did you think comparatively to the first Gizmo, or not first Gizmo, but the first Gremlins we watched to this one as far as like the creatures? Did you like the creatures in this one more?
Yeah. I like how they were like all different in different ways. There was terrorist gremlins, Boeing gremlins, 4th of July gremlins, building gremlins.
What? There was Spike was back again, it seemed, and then
Yeah,
there
no,
was
it wasn't Spike. It was just Spike Pono.
Oh, like Mohawk or whatever.
Yeah.
But and then there was the girl gremlin. So yeah, there were a lot more gremlins in this one, and I thought they look super cool too. So I like those pros. Those are good. What about cons, Ian? Did you not like anything about the movie?
I had nothing wrong with this movie.
Nothing wrong
Yeah.
at all. The one part that kind of like threw me off, and I know this movie just like they're throwing everything in a kitchen sink at it, was when the movie like the fourth wall break. Have you ever heard that saying?
No.
So like fourth wall break is when a movie breaks the wall and like addresses the audience, and they bring the audience into the movie like that.
Yeah.
So when they did that in this, I was kind of like, oh man, I'm not a big fan of that. So that was the only part I didn't like.
Mhm.
All right, Ian. What about characters? What were your favorite characters? Any of the Gremlins?
Gizmo.
Ooh, Gizmo.
Gizmo all day long.
Yeah, and why is that?
He's cute and he's funny and he pumped iron today. He likes to work out. That's his daily routines for today. He's a workout gremlin.
Yeah, pumping irons.
Yes.
Learning how to shoot a bow and arrow.
Someone call Hulk Hogan because the Gizmo's coming for you.
Ooh, Gizmo's gonna take out Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's a lot older now, so maybe you can take him out.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Fire.
With fire? Oh, like his inflame arrow that he shot at the spider gremlin?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. I actually liked. Can I tell you who I liked?
Yeah.
So I think it was Grandpa Fred, the guy who was hosting like the horror movie TV show. Like Daddy grew up in the 90s, and there were a bunch of those type of shows like Elvira or Svengoolie. He's still around, but yeah, a lot of references with that character. So Ian, were there any characters that you hated or you didn't like? Annoying characters?
No. There was 0 annoying characters for me. Except the Gremlins who tortured Gizmo.
Oh, yeah. The ones that captured... was it Spike again?
Mohawk.
So you didn't like Mohawk?
No.
Okay. You know what character I didn't like? And this should be pretty obvious to you. But Spider Gremlin.
Okay, no, that's Mohawk.
Okay.
Mohawk is Spider Gremlin.
Okay. But yeah, I hate spiders. And to see a gremlin with spider legs and web, ugh, I was not a fan. My skin was crawling.
My skin was like...
Yeah, I know. You don't like bugs.
I was going like, no, Nanny.
No, Nani?
Yeah.
So, let's go to favorite lines. Ian, were there any lines that you liked?
I liked that, when my grandma, I forgot what she was doing.
Was it Greta?
Yeah,
the
Greta.
girl gremlin? Oh, when she was talking to Forrester?
Oh, why can't you commit?
Oh, that was great. Oh, why can't you commit? That's funny. I like that line delivery. You did a really good job. I actually liked, it wasn't that big of a deal, but when Phoebe
Phoebe Monster Squad was like 2 months ago.
No, dude, I'm talking about Phoebe Cates, who played Kate. When Kate was in the elevator, and she asked the elevator to sound the alarm, there were a bunch of gremlins on the outside, and then just went, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was my favorite lines. All right, Ian. So next up is our favorite scare or kill. So, Ian, what was your favorite scare or kill?
My favorite kill was a electric gremlin.
Oh, Electric Gremlin? Was that at the end of the movie?
Yeah, and I think the greatest gremlin is Greta Gremlin. I mean, look at all. Look at all.
What did you say? The
Greta.
greatest what?
I think the greatest. I'm just saying. I think like the greatest gremlin in this movie is probably Greta Gremlin.
Greta Gremlin? And why is Greta the greatest?
I mean, it's the only female like gremlin. Like there's no other females. I mean,
Yeah.
look at all. Little sis.
What'd you say?
So look at all those legs.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at her with those legs. Did you ever see her legs? A lot of gremlins, we didn't get to see legs.
Yeah.
We just saw like their torso.
Yes.
That's interesting. So are you jumping back to your favorite character? Are you just being a maverick and doing whatever you want and
Yes.
jumping back? All right. So there's your favorite character. I think you said Gizmo was your favorite.
It's both of them.
So you like Gizmo and Greta.
Yeah, I like both.
Okay, cool. But your favorite scare or kill was at the end of the movie when Mr. Billy used the phone to conjure up the electric gremlin and to take out all. How many gremlins do you think were down there?
428.
That's a good number. I like that guess. Yeah, I think my favorite scare or kill was when those control board guys. They're kind of talking about plot holes and like how the gremlins operate and stuff, and then all of a sudden one of the gremlins pops up and bites that dude in the neck and takes him out. So I kind of like that because it was fun.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Ian, I think that brings us to the end of our episode. Well, just about the end of our episode where we give our stabs. So, Ian, 1 out of 5 stabs. What do you give Gremlins 2 New Batch?
A 5.
Ooh, a perfect movie. Okay, why do you give it a 5?
Maybe a lot of like things that you could like see happening. Like,
Are you talking about like the effects?
yeah.
You liked how it was
Yeah.
like puppetry and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And you like the story?
Yeah.
All right, so Ian gives it 5 stabs. I'm actually surprised because this movie, it was, Gremlins, everyone talks about Gremlins, and this was sort of a flop. You saw how much they made at the box office, but I think this picks up pretty well off where the first one stopped. I know Joe Dante was saying how he avoided making this forever because he thought the first one was just a complete film in its own. But I thought taking it to the city and then obviously bringing back Zach Galligan and Phoebe Cates, and even Mr. Futterman, he came back. I think that was important for this film's success. Like you said earlier, the things you liked, all the Gremlins they added to it were fantastic. Rick Baker, you don't know who he is, buddy, but I watched a movie that he did the special effects on as well called An American Werewolf in London, and he does phenomenal work, and I think in this he killed it. I don't think I give it a 5, but it's definitely good. It's worth checking out. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm giving it 4 stabs. I think I gave Gremlins a 5, but I'm gonna give this a 4. But it's a solid follow up. All right, now it comes to the end of our episode, and like I said at the top, this is Ian's first official solo episode. So just like on Little Bracket of Horrors, for Little Ian of Horrors, Ian, what have we done? Tell the people.
We have made a wheel.
And what did you call your wheel?
Ian's Wheel of Destiny and Fortune.
Ian's Wheel of Destiny and Fortune. So guys, just like with a Little Bracket of Horrors, where we have 10 movies on our wheel, Ian has got 10 movies on his wheel. So Ian, please read off the movies.
First up, we have Tremors.
Tremors, that's a good one.
If we get Tremors, we're going to add Tremors 2.
Oh, yeah, we'll go down the line. Okay, I like that.
Next up is Little Shop of Horrors. Well, we named it after our pod. Your guys' pod. Little Bracket of Horrors.
And is named after that?
Yeah, and then we have Beetlejuice, The Witches, The Creature from the Back Lagoon, Goosebumps,
Poltergeist?
Poltergeist,
Yes.
Honest, Scared, Stupid, The Werewolf Man,
The Wolf Man.
The Wolfman, Stranger Things, Season 3.
Ooh, Stranger Things Season 3. So, Ian, would you like to do the honors of spinning the wheel? So,
Ready? In 3, 2, 1. First up, we have Beetlejuice.
ooh, Beetlejuice is our next movie.
That's a good start off.
Ian, do you know anything about Beetlejuice?
No.
Okay, cool. I know. I'm pretty sure you've never watched this. So, this is a classic. A lot of these movies are classics.
It was new Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah, on our wheel.
It was new that. Imagine we got that first. That would have been so funny.
All right, with that, we'll be doing a Beetlejuice episode. Ian, do you have any last parting words before we say goodbye?
We're gonna watch Beetlejuice next week. And it's gonna be awesome.
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 All right, so Ian,
Awesome.
do your little outro.
Welcome.
No, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. The Little Ian of Horrors.
Do it again, because I think I was talking over
Welcome to.
you. You're good. You are good. Take your time. You're fine.
Thank you for listening to Little Ian of Horrors.